Xbox Record This is a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. Hosted by three BFFs, Daddy DWALLY, Chipotle Bear, and Bubble Boy and Seven. This is Cortana. And remember, don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it. As always, Spartans, see you online.
Oh, hello. Daddy DWALLY here, and welcome to Xbox Record This episode 87. Quite possibly the last XRT episode we will ever do. We're going to talk more about that later, but joining me as always is the assistant to the co-host, Chipotle Bear. Chipotle Bear, how are you?
I'm doing great, buddy. I apologize to my co-host here. I was just running in the door. We were actually hanging out with my parents today. Just, it was a cold day in Denver. We surprisingly got like 10 inches of snow by me. Some people were like up to like 18 and stuff. We were expecting like one, so it was quite the day.
Is that what you were expecting in town? We knew out here it was supposed to be a huge one.
Well, so what's crazy is that I looked yesterday. We were like just hanging out. It was like beautiful day. And my wife was like, are we going to get snow today? And I was like, I think so. And I looked at one app. One app said 1 to 2 inches. And my other app said 9. And she's like, which one is it? And I was like, I don't know why you're asking me. Like, I know, but it's probably the one. Right. It's probably 1 to 2.
The 9 one wasn't your Apple weather. That one was the incorrect one.
So here's the crazy thing. I don't use Apple weather. Neither of them were Apple weather. One was WeatherBug and one was Dark Sky. Crazy, man. So anyway, I'm doing well. Happy to be here. Happy post-Christmas to my my co-host here, man. It's excited to chat about video games and some hot stuff today. Love it.
All right. And joining us as always, the assistant to the co-host, Bubble Boy and Seven. How are you?
Doing all right. Always happy to be here. Always fun. Got some new additions to the stuff today. Cover up that nasty hole that we had sitting there forever. So
me
happy
too.
to be here.
We're gonna talk about that later as well. The sets are filling out, and speaking of sets, let's get to some huge XRT shoutouts, Jose. First shout out, and this is what I was talking about with our sets, comes from Xburk550 on YouTube. He wrote on our last episode. He said, would love it if you guys showed off some of those collectibles to the camera sometime. Great show. All the best for you and Xbox in 23. So huge shout out. Thank you so much, Xburk, for writing to us. Gentlemen, I think this is a great idea. I would like each of you to film a short video of your set / maybe your gaming setup. I was thinking I can do my little man cave area. I'm going to go through each of these items back here. And then I was going to show each of our gaming setups. So awesome idea. Jose, you got any ideas for this?
No, I like it. I was going to ask, what is our time limit? Because are we doing like a short 60 seconds?
No, it's not going to be
5 minutes or less.
Like okay. 5-minute video, like a short little, this is my collectibles. Here's our gaming setup.
What does Xburk550 teach at Bear Creek?
I don't think that's a Bear Creek teacher, but we're getting real fans out there.
Here's the thing. He is a real fan. You know how I know? Because his logo on the YouTube video, his avatar or whatever is an Xbox symbol in front of like a Canadian flag, I'm sure.
All right.
Hell yeah, I love it.
I don't think this is somebody from Bear Creek High School. So shout out Xburk. Thank you so much for writing in onto our YouTube.
Slide into those DMs and we'll send you some swag.
Yeah, we've got plenty of XRT swag we need to get rid of. I definitely like that idea, and I'm going to make a video. I'm very excited.
Yeah, that could be a good little project for the rest of the break. I love it.
Yeah, stay tuned. That will be our January drops. That's the goal, guys. January drops, our gaming backgrounds, collectibles, and general gaming setup. Let's do that. Let's plan on that to come out in January. So thank you, Xburk. Next XRT shout out, and he also wrote on our YouTube, and it's been a long time. XbacongamN wrote on our YouTube. Also the same last week's episode. Merry Christmas. I finished high on life, and it snuck into my top 5 for the year. Definitely worth your time and money. Also, to solve your concerns about Starfield being 30 frames on the Xbox, which I'm sure it will be. Yes, I'm afraid it will be. Join the PC Master Race. Selling my PS5 this week to fund another upgrade for my gaming rig. 4K, 140 frames, max ray tracing, low latency gaming. Well, shout out, Bacon. Yeah, we don't have that kind of money, Bacon. I mean, I do, but I spend it all.
He's selling the PS5, though, to be fair.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could sell mine too. I'm going to, as soon as they start saying day and date PlayStation games are coming out on PC, I will gladly do it because I cannot stand the PS5 controller. It's awful. I was actually holding, speaking of our backgrounds, I have the original PS1 controller down there along with the PS1 with the dual analog. So I've got them without the analog sticks. It's still comfortable to this day. And I'm like, they had something going, and I used to bash on the DualShock, but as soon as they added that stupid middle touch bar that does nothing, it's made it not ergonomic. And I'm sorry. So shout out, Bacon. Yes, I will be joining you in PC Master Race. I don't think these guys ever will. They're console simps. So
I'd consider it. I really would. Even though I'm a Mac guy, I would consider.
I'm going to talk about why in a little bit later down the show.
Well, as soon as, again, day and date games and trophy support, there will be no reason for me to keep playing on my PlayStation. Absolutely zero. That's all I need. 2 things. And I think they can do it. I think they're already working towards that. Because I'm pretty sure on the Spider-Man for PC, there was something about opting in to send data to PlayStation or link. Oh, that's what it was. It was linking your PlayStation account to Steam or something. So I think they're going to do it as soon as they can get trophies on PC. I have no reason to stay with console, especially since a lot of Xbox games will be there as well. So shout out to Bacon. In our last shout out to Niko. Good old Niko sent us his Christmas card of the family to our XRT email. So sweet. Shout out, Niko. Hopefully you're listening. Merry Christmas. We gave you a lot of caca for not mailing us your Christmas cards, or I guess he sent them digitally this year. So thank you, Niko, for sending us the card. Is it really smart, Jose?
Save that money, bud.
Don't you like getting the physical card in the mail?
I do, and then I immediately want to throw it away. Like, I love my family and friends, but the second I get it, I'm like, no. I was like, what are you doing? Nothing. Right? Like, because really? I don't want clutter. I don't want clutter, man. I like digital.
You don't like hanging them on the door, with artwork, or above the fireplace on your mantle. Come on, boot this guy from the party. He's against Christmas and Christmas cards. Somebody boot this guy. I am shocked right now. Gentlemen, let's jump into what have we been playing and or watching. Does anyone want to go for a chance? I'm gonna let you go first because I feel like you've been playing a smorgasbord of games.
I have, and I'm interested to hear what you all are playing after what I saw last night. But I got my full platinum done on Bloodborne. I got the Old Hunters DLC beat, which was a phenomenal DLC. Dan, before you get rid of the old PS5, you really got to give Bloodborne a try. I'm
just not that interested. I'd rather just.
If you liked Dark Souls, though, any of them, you liked 3, like it, man, it was so well done. And some of the
I have a feeling they're going to either like remake it, or I'm waiting for that 60 FPS. Something's happening.
Actually,
yeah.
Yeah, I could see that, and it would deserve it. Just so well done, and some of the most iconic characters. I think, like, there's so many things that I was running into. I was like, oh, that makes sense to me now. Like, I know what that is. The doll that you go to upgrade, and God, I'm forgetting Lady Maria. I think is her name, up in the tower.
Here's my concern, Bubble Boy. I mean, Jay Biz, the Dark Souls simp of all simps. I mean, he said he liked it, but I really don't hear him mentioning it much or talking about it as much as the other games, which is, to me, besides Joseph, who I know loves Bloodborne, Game of the Generation, as he likes to call it. I hear it. I'm sure it's good. I don't know. Maybe is it?
It has been.
How long is it? How many hours to platinum?
You know what? It didn't track right for me because it said 19 hours, and there's no possible way. The only thing I can think is that it was 19 hours. Dude, there's no way. Possibly 19 hours for the Old Hunters DLC. That seemed a little long.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do the DLC. Yeah, I'm just going for the straight platinum.
40 to 50, I think. and fun, man, so fun. Like I said, having played Elden Ring as much as I did, it made it that much better. I did find it to be significantly easier. There were only a couple of bosses that I had trouble with, and I didn't do New Game Plus. So when I finally got to the Orphan of Kos, which is like widely considered the hardest, I didn't have trouble with him. But still so cool. I mean, nothing like Melania. I can't imagine anything touching that for a while in terms of difficulty. But
I actually saw a video that was saying Sekiro's last boss is even worse than Melania, but some people say Melania's worse.
Oh yeah, no, I believe I've said that, didn't I? I will have to go back and check the audio, but I'm pretty sure I've said that Sword Ishin or something, Sword Saint Ishin.
But no spoilers.
No, he's absolutely the hardest. Anyway, then also in random news, I am playing Potion Craft.
Yeah, I saw
Potion
your bedtime game.
Alchemist, right?
Alchemist Simulator, and my goodness, it's actually pretty darn fun. I think Pony would love it. It's so simple and basic.
I'm out.
Literally, huh?
I'm out.
Yeah, why?
If Pony's gonna play it, he's gonna play it for 800 hours.
So Pony, when you get around to listening to this 38 years from now after Dan's funeral, I think you should pick it up if it still exists then, because it's a great right before bed game. So tell me all about
well, thank you for telling me I'm going to die when I'm only 76. Jeez, I thought it was going to go a little
I was like, that's quick math right there.
Than that.
Not 86.
No, 30,
Aren't you 48?
68. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. You got me. You're right. I'm 48. Jose, yeah. So Jose and I'll jump in. We were playing Call of Duty. Why was that so shocking to you? We were just playing Warzone. It's free. I mean,
the way
we
it
weren't playing
came up,
the actual multiplayer.
Oh, it looked like you were playing the multiplayer. The way it said it on my thing, it didn't say Warzone. It just said.
You know what? No, none of us bought it except for Alan. And I've thought about buying it multiple times because I'm sick of using guns that aren't as good as everybody else's. But at the same time, it's like I've won 3 times on Warzone and I haven't had to wait. So by the way, I gotta throw Jose under the bus, you guys. I had the most incredible 6 kill run at the end last night. Jose has 1 guy to kill left. He's in the gas. I'm like, Jose is behind me. I'm marking him. Guess who comes through on the clutch?
Not me.
The other guy. We lost to be fair, second place. No,
but
Jose just needed to kill 1 guy. Snelling,
erroneous.
I know you're listening. Send the clip.
On all counts.
Send the clip. I went off, you guys. I literally killed 3 guys in a row as I snuck up out of the water, and then another 2, and then another one. And all Jose has to do is kill this 1 guy who I am marking. And he's like, I'm stuck behind a wall. I couldn't see him.
He didn't mark. He was actively trying to mark and didn't. And to click, I just want a little rebuttal here so we were in the final circle. So it's a very small circle, but here's
shrinking.
The kicker.
The circle that's shrinking.
But I was on the opposite end of the circle from Dan and Snelling. Like they were together coordinating, and I got
Snelling died. On the other side. Didn't do anything. I was by myself too.
But I'm saying I had to move. I was moving towards them, and I was good enough to not die, which is very.
I agree. I give Jose credit. He survived. Isolated out there, lone he was amazing. Survivor.
But then when he died, he was like, Jose. And I was like, what? That's my name, but that doesn't help me in the game. And then I go around the corner and but I hit the guy too. I just didn't kill him first. And yes, I died. I mean, give me some credit, man. I'm not a Warzone player. I'm like a level 26, man.
I'm just giving Jose crap. It was difficult. The guy was sneaky. He was smart. This probably had a gold gas mask and he was staying in the zone.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
He was the only guy who literally could have killed me at that moment was him because I had my back to him too. And as I started to turn around, I'm like, are you serious? So we've just been playing that. We played a lot of Halo. I believe Jose and I and Alan and everyone got all of the winter contingency, whatever it's called, done. We got our Santa hats and our candy cane visors. Had a lot of fun playing that, played some Battlefield as well. But I have also jumped into High on Life. And Jose and I talked about this too last night. I'm enjoying it. And I'm actually really enjoying it. Jose, I got to the part where it's like this neon forest area. Have you been there yet? Where it's like, it's the second bounty or third bounty. It might be the third bounty, depending on what order you go. It's like it's just a forest and it's
I just killed the third bounty.
Colors. I love it. I love the it's like a grapple / whip action with this. You use this knife and you kind of latch onto things and swing. and Jose was absolutely right. It plays very similar to Doom. The more I think about it, like it's got a grapple shot with the knife. It's got the boost jump, the where you go side to side. Simple combat, but fun enough. And I'm really enjoying the platforming and the Metroidvania. I'm trying to do as many chests as I can, Jose, and I'm like, gosh dang it, I know I can get those, but I can't get them now, and it's so frustrating because I'd rather just clear out the map, but you definitely would have to go back to get all of them. And I gotta say, I'm enjoying it. It's not as funny actually as I thought it was going to be. It started off strong, but as I've gone through, I'm like, it's okay. Definitely think Stick of Truth and Fractured Behold, but particularly Stick of Truth is hands down just one of the funniest games you could ever play, and so much fun to play as well. But I'm really digging High on Life. I have a feeling this is going to be on my top 5 games of the year for sure as well. Frustrated though, Chance, there's one achievement that is bugged because it would be a decent 1,000 out of 1,000. It's like it's called mods, please ban. And you basically just have to do all these challenges. And for some reason, it's not working. 0.01%. It's on achievement. What is it? True achievement. People are like, yeah, this is bugged. 97%. They need to patch it. And so you might want to wait on that. But I was like, do I want to stop? And I'm like, no, I'm having so much fun. I'm going to keep playing. I just want to keep going with it. And maybe I can go back to it and they'll fix it. But it's a lot of fun. I'm really digging it more than I thought I would. But I can see how if you don't at all like the comedy, you probably, I don't know, you can turn off the commentary. You can turn it off completely to where they're not even talking to you. I still think there's something there for everyone to play as far as gameplay is concerned. So Jose, what about you?
Honestly, a lot of the same things. So I have also been playing a little bit of Battlefield. I'd like to play more Battlefield. I really do enjoy playing that. But you got to catch it with your friends, which is sweet.
I got to jump in there, Jose. I had a lot more fun, but recently we've been playing it. I haven't been having as much fun, and I'm like, I'd rather probably be playing Halo. Halo's just so well balanced. I never feel like I'm getting killed cheaply in that. Whereas in Battlefield, I'm like, oh great, some guy's behind me. Oh, I get picked off randomly. And same with Call of Duty. So I don't know. I'm a little lower on Battlefield than I thought I would be at this point.
And I hear you. I feel like some of that though is just because of the squad size thing. I think if Battlefield allow a 5, 6, 7, 8 size squad would be a little bit more fun because we could truly build out a team. That 4 really limits.
Yeah, like being able to bring in 8 people in the same game, 2 squads or something. Yeah,
and the Halo. Warfare does too, but only 4 of us play it. You know what I mean? Like that's the issue. We don't have those 5th and 6th, 7th players. But enjoying that. Playing Warfare with Alan has been I've enjoyed it over break. I've gotten a little bit better. I've gotten a little more confident. I understand the map a little bit better, so that's helped quite a bit.
I like the BR trios where it was the mini royale. So that goes a little bit quicker. Like it's our next closest step. That's what we got second on Chance, where it's like, I think it's half the amount of player. Back. You start with maybe 1/3 of the map, and it's a lot quicker, almost like Resurgence. So but there's only trios. You can't play quads in that. So that kind of sucks. So sorry, go ahead, Jose.
No, I agree. And then Halo, same thing, got the winter update completed, which was really fun. I actually knocked it out in one night. Like it's a pretty easy thing to do, which was really great. And then I've also been playing High on Life. I echo a lot of what Dan said. I think it's very funny, and I really do enjoy Rick and Morty. I've seen almost all except the newest season. Here's what's weird for me. I think Morty's voice is very annoying to me. And I know it is for a lot of people. That's what his character is designed to do.
Which one is he?
He's the main gun. He's
the blue one. I like Kenny. The blue gun. He's my favorite.
but Morty, the character, annoys me. And so hearing his voice as the gun has this like weird tinge for me because I've seen the show. But again, I'm liking it. I will not go back and do all the chests. I know exactly what you're saying, Dan, about the Metroidvania piece. And I'm like, oh, I could go get that one now. But I'm not going to do that. I know I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to get 1,000 out of 1,000. But I will definitely finish it. I just finished the 3rd bounty. So now I have 3 guns.
The forest with the little like bear people, Jose. One.
Yeah, but I didn't do that 3rd. I did that 2nd actually.
Oh, okay. So but I think that area is really cool. Like, very actually surprisingly cool art style. Like in all like the different
very
worlds
creative for sure. And then also I have been playing Power Wash Simulator, which I've actually quite a bit enjoyed. Like I played a lot. The girls have played with me a little bit, which is pretty dope. But I'm on the shoe house. I want to keep going now. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to Christmas stuff. But other than that, man, just trying to enjoy the time. I did download Skywalker Saga. I haven't started that with Legos with the girls. I want to do that as well. But really, I'm just trying to kind of clear up some stuff. I would love to finish Stick of Truth. I'd love to finish High on Life because coming January, I got some fun stuff on the way. So that's where I'm at right now. And then other thing, I just want to mention, what have I been watching? The Bear on Hulu. And if If you have not seen it, it is absolutely worth your time. It's a super
the same
awesome
as Cocaine
show.
Bear?
Nope, that's a different one. That's a movie. This stars the same guy who played Lip in Shameless. If you ever watched Shameless, but he plays a restaurateur in Chicago. And the real quick short story synopsis is that he was like an elite chef, like literally was a chef in the most powerful, wealthy, best restaurant in the world, and he left it to go run his brother's like sandwich sub shop in Chicago when his brother dies unexpectedly. And it's really about him like building this culture in this very dysfunctional family, but it's really, really good. It's definitely not kid appropriate at all. But just because of the pure cussing element of it, but really intriguing, really good. And Shane from Walking Dead, John Barenthal, he's actually the brother who passed away, so he makes cameos. It's really good though. But if you want a good drama, like Dan, I think you'd really like it. And Chance, because of the food element, I think you guys would really like it too. You should check it out with Ashley. So check out The Bear on Hulu. It's really, really good.
I'm all about board the Mad Men right now. I just can't stop. I'm shocked at how good this show is. And even though it's like, it's not like other typical shows I like on AMC, like Breaking Bad or Walking Dead or anything like that. It's so good. So that is what we've been playing. Anybody else want to comment on it? Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you before we move on. What did everyone buy during these sales? Because I've got a couple of surprising ones for you. Did anyone make any purchases during these
I didn't, but only because I already bought Fractured But Whole. You gave me Stick of Truth. I already bought Cult of the Lamb prior, so I was going to buy that. I was thinking about Quarry. That was the one I was thinking about, but I didn't buy it. And I also
have a much better spooky game.
Well, I got Dead Space coming, and then you got me Little Nightmares 1 and 2. And what was the third game you got me for Christmas?
Sleeping Dogs, man.
Sleepy Dogs. You got me Sleepy Dogs.
Sleepy Dog.
So I got plenty to play right now, so I didn't buy anything, man.
Yeah, so just play the first Little Nightmares, and if you really, which I'm sure you will like it. I don't feel like you have to play the second, but Jose, you're gonna like the first because you like spooky games. It's platformer.
I'm sure
like
I love
Inside,
it,
dude. And then Sleeping Dogs is good. Chance, did you buy anything or no?
Yeah, but everything from Sorny.
Oh my god, what did you buy?
Just the Old Hunters DLC.
Idiot.
And and the like PlayStation Extra Plus Platinum Premium.
Oh my gosh, he's a Sony Play Pass.
Because I figured because it was like a half off or something if you bought a year, and when I added up all the different games I was gonna get from it, I was like, yeah, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah, so I thought about it too because I think it's only $36 for me. I hate that you have to pay for cloud saves. Like otherwise, I wouldn't have PlayStation Plus. I'm just terrified of like losing a save, even though it happens to Kyle all the time apparently. But you'll be surprised. I did make a purchase during the PlayStation sale. Does anyone want to take a guess at what I bought? It's gonna blow you. You're never gonna get it
for PlayStation.
Yep, you're never gonna get it. That's my clue to you.
MLB The Show.
No, that's on Game Pass.
Well, you said I'd never guess it. I'm just trying to guess weird things. James. God of War 3.
The original Mass Effect on PS3.
I've already played those. I already have the Platinum. Remember? I've already gotten it. The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh.
It was $10. I'm like, maybe I need to play this. I don't know.
Only $10.
I'm just like, I already got most of it spoiled. I know I'm going to be sitting through 3 hours of cinematics. So I'm like, I guess I better see this story through because I know they're going to make a third one. But interested to see if there's gameplay improvements because the more I've played, Naughty Dog used to be my favorite Sony developer. But when I went back and played the Uncharted remastered, whatever it is with Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy, I'm like, this is not the best gameplay. You are just literally walking around, listening and sliding through things, especially like Kyle and Joseph are like super high on Lost Legacy with Chloe and Nadine. I think it was terrible. Like I couldn't stand playing that game. It's so I don't know. We'll see. So I bought that. Chance. I did think about doing it for Miles and maybe Demon Souls, but I'm like, I'm just going to wait. Those probably will come to PC or the next time they're on sale for $20. I'd rather just buy them. I don't want to be another number for Sony saying I'm a Play Pass owner. So I'm trying to support that console as little as possible because crying Jim Ryan doesn't need my money anymore. But on Xbox,
you don't know what you're saying. You're under their control.
I bought what did I buy? I bought Terminator Resistance. That was the one I was super excited to wait for. It's $15. So I don't know if you're a Terminator fan. I went and got that. I hear it's a decent first-person shooter. What was the other one I bought? I'm still got Demon Souls, bought Sekiro, and then I'm trying to remember. I think there's
You
one
bought
more.
Sekiro?
Finally.
I did.
I like this idea.
Thank you. So that will be down the road. So I'm trying to do right now High on Life, after High on Life, finish Dark Souls, and then that's the other one. I'm gonna buy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection. I think I'm gonna finally do that. I bought it for my brother. Shout out, he's not gonna listen to this. I bought it for him. It's on its way. It was like $19 or something on Amazon physical, so he can have his stupid disc and go walk in and put it in. So I plan on playing that with him, and then I'll probably do Sekiro, and then we're going to talk about it next. So let's just jump into the news, you guys. I had a bunch of Xbox news. Well, not really. There's a few articles. I've deleted them. I don't really want to talk about them. We'll talk about. I just don't want to talk about them. They're dumb. So the focus of our show this week is going to be on what's coming in 2023. We've got a lot of exciting games coming in the future, but also a reflection on XRT and the possible ending and closure of Xbox. Record this, and a new beginning in 2023. So before we jump into that and the main topics, let's do these quick articles that Bubble Boy brought up. 10 secret obsessions gamers don't like to admit. Bubble Boy, take it away. What are 10 obsessions that we gamers don't like?
Did you guys happen to, and it's okay if you didn't, did you watch that YouTube video?
No, it was 14 minutes.
So it's from Gameranx, which is a little YouTube channel that I really appreciate because as Daniel would appreciate, they put out content every single day. And hold on.
But I got to point out, Chance, if they had nice little timestamps in here,
I know.
I have, dude, 10.
I literally almost wrote to them and said, the only thing you guys are missing, and our wonderful host takes the time to do the work, and
I can see all 10 right now.
I know.
Even if it was in the description.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. I like heard you in the background, like, oh, and look at the description, something, but anyway, so they do actually do really good videos, and to come up with a different, like, it's usually like a top 10, top 15, top 5 list is pretty impressive. But this last one, I was like, oh my God, that would be a lot of fun to talk about, just because I think for the most part, every one of these are things that we're like, oh my God, yeah, I do that. And so the first one was obsessing over KDR. I don't know that many of us do that because we grew up in the Battlefield world, where KDR isn't nearly as important as PTFO and stuff. And I think for Jose and I, we're not good enough to really care about KDR.
Amen, brother.
Yeah. I think we used to be more about it, but I feel like more it's about like wins now with Warzone, and
for sure.
I don't know. Like, you don't really see that much, even with like streamers. They're just more about getting kills in the game and getting the victory. That's what I notice.
So, and then number 9, this was the one I said I was going to talk about, updating your graphics card. And this is the main reason I've stayed away from PCs for such a long time, is just the way I am. And I've talked about this about the console cycles too. I would have to constantly be getting a new one. I would constantly be upgrading. I feel like I would, it upsets me.
If you got a good one, Chance, it would last you a really long time. Like, it really would. Like, you don't have to be like Bacon had a perfectly good card.
Callisto
Protocol, like 10 more frames.
And we're like, oh, it doesn't even run on my brand new graphics card and stuff. So I don't know. It's one of those things that I would get FOMO over. Number 8 was multitasking, which I don't think many of us do really, because it was more about like PC multitasking. This one though, playing games in sequential order. And I fell to this with Dark
100%, bud.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh, I gotta play Dark Souls 2. And then I was
came back. Yeah.
What is there one that you can think of, because you both were nodding your heads to it?
Well, I agree, but I broke that rule with Elden Ring, and I kind of wish. Well, I wish I started.
That's its own one though. That's just the same universe, but it's not.
After going back, Jose, and playing Dark Souls 3, I'm like, come on, you play Dark Souls 3 too. I'm like, I see the clear influence in a lot of things.
Oh, for sure.
Even going back to 1, I'm like, wow, it's even like some of the same noises in 1. Like, it's cool, but it's. Elden Ring is just, it's incredible. Like the gameplay in Elden Ring is just, wow.
Did you have one, Jose?
I mean, I was trying to think of, I mean, there's a couple that I can for sure think of. Like big ones for me would be like Resident Evil, but not so important to go back to 1. I think you'd need to start with 2 if you've never played them before. I think like Dead Space is one where if you started at 2 or 3, that's a terrible idea. You need to go to 1. I would say the one I think is an interesting question for you too is what about Halo? If someone had never played Halo, would you mandate that they go back to 1, or you think they could start with Infinite? I don't. That's
so that was
one
of the ones that they highlighted on their video. They talked about that, and then Final Fantasy as like the differences, and how the ones like there's no continuity. If it were me, I would want to play them in
I would say
not chronological order of release, but chronological order, like starting with what is it, Reach or ODST?
No. I disagree. I think you got to go in
I would do
order
release date
of release
is what I would
because. Especially because you have access to it in the Master Chief Collection. I say definitely.
Well, yeah, you have all that there.
Start with Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3. You can skip ODST, Reach, then 5, and Infinite. But I mean, Infinite technically is like a reboot, and I can see it in a way, but it builds on everything. It also skips a lot from
that they said that they brought up that I was like, I've never thought of it that way. They're like, the problem with this, and they're like, so if you've never played Halo, which I don't know who you are, but and you don't start with Infinite, you're gonna get burnt out on Halo by the time you get to Infinite, or it's just going to be like 10 years later.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Like, and you kind of need to start with the most recent one, unless it's something like Mass Effect 3. You don't want to do that before 2 and 1. But
Halo, you can beat on normal. These are like 8-hour campaigns, if that. I don't think
for sure, but we're talking 9 different games, right? Like.
Okay, just do 1, 2, 3. Like you don't have to do Reach. You don't have to do like you can do 1, 2, 3. Hell, skip 5 and go straight to Infinite. Like it's not. I keep skipping 4. I think the investment is worth it to play. If anyone's listening and you haven't played Halo for some reason, Master Chief Collection, play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's all in Game Pass. Or Infinite. I think it's totally worth it, totally doable. I don't think you don't have to do them all in like a month or something. Like you can do one.
You can spread them out between other games too.
Exactly. I think that's completely different than like Mass Effect. Like when I was done with my 90 hours of Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, I was like, okay, I'm glad. I love these games, but I'm ready to move on. Or like Dark Souls, like you got to take breaks in between those games. So
for sure.
But in general though, Chance, I would say yes. I would rather stick to like from now on, whatever comes from software. I'm going to try to stay on pace and keep them in sequential order. I do think that's a good idea, story wise. Except you can skip Dead Space 3. Terrible, just terrible.
And Resident Evil 6.
Oh god, yeah. Oh man.
But that's an interesting question though too. Do you think so? Someone who had never played a Resident Evil game, like obviously 7 and 8 have been really great and really awesome.
Hate 6. They'd still hate 6.
That's your question. Would it be worth to go back to 2, or they just start at 7?
Start at Resident Evil 2 remake, then Resident Evil 3 remake, then you can go Resident Evil 4 remake coming out soon. Like that's a random Capcom solution that we have, but I still think 1 is worth playing, and 0 if you really love them at that point. But I would tell somebody today, just play Resident. I mean, come on, Resident Evil 2 remake, guys. That's one of the greatest games ever.
Straight up,
like
amazing game. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So number, I don't even remember what number this is anymore than let's see, 10,
3,
9, 8, 7, 6, reloading unnecessarily. And I do this all the time.
That one's so good.
Like,
I save unnecessarily.
The video on this, it was like, like they're like, we know we don't have to. And the worst is when you're playing a game where you go from something that's like an SMG that the clip is just gone like that, and you constantly have to no matter what, to then an LMG, and you're like, and then it has that realistic load to where they have to like take the thing up and add the clip to it and stuff.
Yeah, Rambo style.
Yep. So that one was kind of fun. I thought this one, Daniel, I think you're good at this. I'm not. Replaying games and doing them differently. And it was like all Mass Effect on this one. They were like, the one guy was like, I can't bring myself to be a renegade. I just can't do it. They're like, I will never let all the people die in the suicide mission. And I was just like,
Yeah, I mean, some of the Renegade stuff is actually hilarious and fun, which is cool. But
It is.
yeah,
But it
no,
just
there are some parts where Pony was just like, I can't believe you did that. I can't watch this. You're insane. You are the like, and
yeah.
it does suck sometimes. I'm like, sorry, this is the true Renegade, and he would do something like this. I'm still mad that Zaid survived. You can like abandon him. If I would have went right away, and Zaid of all people,
Literally
you
just
guys.
dropped him off in the forest and
Yeah, you
drove
just
away.
leave him.
Basically,
You just leave him there. Yeah, you don't even have to like. But I got the trophy and I thought I could kill him. I was wrong. So yeah, I am good about that. You're right. And even with Elden Ring, I would switch off. Like the first one I was samurai, and then the next one I was a mage. Then I was playing a little bit on Xbox with the Great Sword. But then I did another mage on PS4. But I played this completely different than my other mage. Like I had this giant sword, you guys. Its hands, I don't know, OP. It was incredible. And I'm like, well, I didn't. If the giant swords are like this, I might have to try this again. And in fact, guess who re-downloaded Elden Ring on their Xbox? Because I'm planning on playing with Alan. I got to try this out, you guys. So I was watching this girl play Melania with the shield, and I saw, you know how when you would block it and it would make that noise and you could like counter. I'm like, maybe I need to get into that. I never did that. I never played with the shield the entire time in Elden Ring.
I rarely
And the shield
did.
is a big part of Dark Souls 1 right now that I'm playing. Like you actually can block. Like it's almost kind of broken. So I don't know. I'm all about playing differently, making a different character.
And so the next one was, where was it? Ooh, item hoarding. And I know I do this one. Like I'm especially Resident Evil was the one that they brought up.
It comes from horror games and survival horror.
Yeah, where you're like, no, I got to get through this boss with all my shotgun shells, and you get to the end, and you just have like a million of those grenades and the acid grenades and stuff like that. Yeah.
Just now I'm like, I know I can use these. I need to use these because otherwise I've just hoarded them for no reason. Didn't even get to enjoy the game.
Well, and you think about too that when we were first little and before the remakes, playing these original versions of like, let's say Resident Evil, part of what was so heart wrenching was like when you only have like 6 slots or 8 slots, and you're like, I have to keep this new gun. I got to drop something. It's like, do you drop the herbs? Do you drop the ammo? You know what I mean? Like that was like a gut wrenching decision. And because once you dropped it, you couldn't pick it back up. It was like it was lost. You know what I'm saying? And now that's changed in like newer iterations of games where you can leave something and literally go back and get it later. But that's different, man. That wasn't like that originally. That comes from history.
And one of the things that I thought, and they mentioned in here that was so cool, was how Elden Ring kind of forces you to break that mold, right? Like you did not go into some of those boss battles without the intention of using every single, what is it? Is it blood vials? No,
flask.
Flasks. I know it's all like, it's similar enough, but not.
It's right on my tongue, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But yeah, Elden Ring did a fantastic job of kind of breaking that. So, the next one, I did this with the potion craft game actually. So restarting.
Hold on, Chance. Wondrous Physics. Physics. You had to mix up, and I gave you those. Yep. The one that you could use before battles, and you could do the infinite. What was that spell? The Azure, whatever. Azora.
I never got it. I never did a mage.
Dude, you gotta play as a mage, man.
I know. I will when I fire it up on the PS5. So restarting for a perfect start. So I did this on the Potion, the Alchemist Simulator game, and I've done it on quite a few other, especially like RPGs too, where you get into it a little bit and then you're like, oh well, I should have respect to this. I know I did it for Cyberpunk. When I created my character, I think I did it a couple of different times, and I did it with Destiny like 10 times. I feel like Destiny was a big one that I did that because you feel like you're locked into something and such a big decision to make right at the beginning that you really don't have a lot of information on. Did you guys have any? I know Elden Ring's a pretty popular one for this.
No.
Chance, that one, I thought of you on that one because you do that for like the Resident Evil like mercenary stuff. Like you do that a lot. I know that for sure.
Yeah. And then FOMO was number 2, which it was just like specifically about like DLC stuff and skins. So games like COD and Fortnite and stuff that might have limited timed skins. And I know we talk about this with Halo. We're like, I gotta get through this. I gotta get through this to get the candy cane visor.
Winter contingency. Yep.
And then like, will you ever even use that candy cane visor ever again? And maybe you might, right? But
around Christmas, you bet your ass I'm gonna use.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I think that's legit. Like we're not talking NFTs, at least we're not. So I I don't get that a ton.
Yeah,
that's why
that
I'm
one's
playing
ranked
High on
really
Life.
high. Those other ones are like better.
Yeah. I've
always been good about like I'm gonna play things when I want to. I have no problem waiting for things to go on sale. Like I really want to play Star Wars Jedi, but I'm like, it's right next to Resident Evil. I'm sorry, I'm probably just gonna have to wait, and I got no problem with that. So I've kind of learned that from Colin and Sacred Symbols now, especially is like, I mean, they don't have to worry about doing reviews and they can play whenever they want. But like, dude, play what you want to play and you save money, and the game's probably not busted like a High on Life. That achievement, if you just wait a while, then that'll probably be patched, and that goes for a lot of games.
That was me on Days Gone. I still think Days Gone was one of the best PS4 games I played, and I played it a year and a half or so, at maybe even 2 years after it released, because they had time to fix it. So and then the first one, like we just kind of talked about a little bit, and I think this is obvious, is the backlog, right? Everybody's got a backlog that they go through in their mind over and over. And I think something like Game Pass obviously just made this not necessarily worse, because I don't think having a backlog is a bad thing. I think it's actually kind of good, unless you're spending $70 a pop and you've got like Gotham Knights and Callisto Protocol and Modern Warfare,
or even if you don't, if you're even spending like 20 cents, if you just have like 50 games, like I don't know, like I don't know how Bacon does it. Bacon can play like multiple games at once. I can't do that. Once I commit to like a game,
because he doesn't have kids. That's how.
Well, that's good point.
There's a real obvious answer to that one. So, I don't know. Anything else jumping out from that list to you guys? I thought it was a pretty cool.
No, it is a good list, and I do
talk about.
I do a lot of these, and the backlog. I'm actually pretty caught up, and I'm actually very thankful for this year being slow for Xbox first party, because I did do some work on my backlog, and I did play a lot of games that I wouldn't have otherwise, and I can say that I'm pretty much caught up. I really am. The only one that's sitting there looming over me that I'm probably still never going to get to is The Witcher 3. I don't know if
Gotham Knights, Callisto Protocol.
Gotham. No, Callisto, zero interest. Sorry, zero interest in playing it. I'd rather.
How dare you?
And the problem with Gotham Knights, and I really want to play it too, and I thought it was good.
Even Kyle recently, did you hear that today in the trophy room? He was even like,
as Suicide Squad comes out, I feel like I'm going to be like, oh, well, I'll just play the better version. I don't know.
You're missing out, bud. But you do you. I got you.
I know. If I hadn't gotten the PS5, I would have already bought Gotham Knights. In all fairness.
Great article there, Bubble Boy. Please, guys out there, write in. What are some of your what was it called? Like 10 secret obsessions that gamers. I don't think these are like I don't like to admit. I mean, I think these are just general. If you're a hardcore gamer, you do this stuff. Like,
I mean, you think about when we play multiplayer on COD, literally when you die and you're spectating, like I can't remember the number of times Alan's like, Jose, put an armor piece in. Jose, like reload your gun, because like that's literally how you have to be prepared to play the game. Like I'm not ashamed of that. That's just strategy, bud.
And by the way, they're real and they're spectacular.
Guys, go check out the video 10 Secret Obsessions Gamers Don't Like to Admit. It's on Gameranx. Is that what the channel is?
Gameranx.
I've seen it. You're right, Gameranx. Last news item. I'm just gonna fly through this. Games with Gold, you guys. I think Colt, what's his name on Twitter? Gosh, what's his name? The big Xbox guy. He just wrote LOL when Wario tweeted this out on the Games with Gold for January. We have Iris Fall available all month, and Autonauts available from the 16th to the 15th. I can't believe I wasted 10 seconds there reading about it. There's your Games with Gold. Guys, Xbox, just kill it already. Transfer everyone to Game Pass.
Yeah, 100%.
Do first-party releases, and then do all the perks for Game Pass Ultimate. This is just embarrassing. Guys, those are the two news items for the week, but I wanted to focus on 2023 and the main topic of the show. Here we go, you guys. I am on Game Informer's list for the 2023 releases that we know of so far. I'm concerned because we had a slow year. We were able to catch up on the backlog. I'm already starting to have a little bit of anxiety. And thank God I'm not like a big diehard PlayStation or multi-console fan, because I already have enough to play on Xbox. But here are some releases. Please let me know if you would like to talk about some of these as I'm going through. Starting in January, Lone Ruin, Vengeful Guardian Moonrider, Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot, One Piece Odyssey. Is that an anime? Jose? One Piece? I feel like it
Yeah.
is. That might be me.
It's actually I'm slightly intrigued by that. I don't care for anime, but it's a
Persona 5.
turn-based.
I'm not going to listen to you. Persona
Yeah,
5. You need to
you're
play that
right.
first. A Space for the Unbound. Speaking of Persona, after Colossal Cave, Persona 4 Golden is finally coming to Xbox and Switch January 19th. I can't believe this. You're already behind. You haven't played 4, 5. Probably not going to play that. Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3 Portable. So another Persona 3 game comes out the same day. Fire Emblem Engage, January 20th. Monster Hunter Rise, that we already talked about that, coming to Game Pass, January 20th. Kart Rider Drift, January 23rd. SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake, January 23rd. Forspoken, PS5 and PC. Chance, any interest in that? I have zero.
Probably not. Just be more of a timing thing too.
Okay.
I would rather be playing Dead Space Remake.
Dead Space Remake coming out at the end of January. Jose, are you all aboard the hype train?
I already ordered it. I told you. I ordered the collector's edition. I'm so pumped.
I forgot.
Yeah, he got
that's
the
right.
big boy one.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna report back on that. If I have time, I don't know. I don't know.
What are you playing other than that right now?
I think I might be probably playing Sekiro. Honestly, that's probably about the time I'd be doing.
I'm not upset with that.
Season, A Letter to the Future. I have no idea what that is. Then we're into February. Deliver Us Mars, February 2nd. Endling Extinction is Forever, February 7th. Hogwarts Legacy, February 10th. Any of you lame-o Harry Potter fans out there gonna get into this?
I might consider it, man. We'll see. Not day one, though.
The closer it gets, the more intrigued I am, but I still just...
Is this Blanc for Switch, PC, February 14th? Wanted Dead, February 14th. Theatrium, Jose. Final Bar Line, February 16th.
Fiat Rhythm.
Yeah, the rhythm. Yes.
The rhythm.
Tales of Symphonia Remastered, February 17th. Wild Hearts, February 17th. February 21st. Atomic Heart. Here we go. See, this is where it starts on Xbox. Atomic Heart Game Pass, February 21st. Okay, so there it is, you guys. I have until February 21st before this madness starts. I assume we're all going to be playing Atomic Heart. This one looks very cool. This is from the
every time I see.
Didn't they come out with a new trailer recently?
They just did.
The Game Awards.
No, I think there was one like today. And
I didn't think it was at the
Game
Awards.
No, I think there was.
They showed a clip. They showed a clip from the Game Awards.
Was
there?
It was
like
I think there was
reel.
another one today, or maybe it was something else. People were very excited about this. Where was I? So Like a Dragon, Ishin. So this is the spinoff. So it's no longer Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's just Like a Dragon. After the Fall, February 22nd. Digimon World, Next Order, February 22nd. Horizon Call of the Mountain. Oh, that's right. PSVR 2 is coming out. Any of you guys interested in PSVR 2? Chance, I want to hear the...
I would love to be able to... Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Resident Evil Village, PSVR. Blood Bowl 3. Don't know what that is. Company of Heroes 3, February 23rd. Sons of the Forest, February 23rd. I'm not even going to read this next one. Who cares? Clive and Wrench, February 24th. Kirby's Return to Dreamland. How many Kirby's games are there? February 24th. Octopath Traveler 2, for some reason coming out to PlayStation and Switch, but not Xbox, even though Octopath Traveler 1 is on Xbox.
Did anybody like that game?
Yeah, I remember you.
I tried. I really wanted to, and the art style was so fantastic, and that game just sucked.
Destiny 2 Lightfall. Are you guys getting back in?
No.
All right. Never mind. Well, it looks cool. I mean, we'll see. I'm already in. Who knows? I'll probably have to get to it. I jumped back. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I jumped back into Destiny, guys. I don't know what I'm grinding for. That's what it was. There was finally some cool Titan armor, so I'm trying to work my battle pass. All right. Then it just gets absolutely insane in March. The Last of Us Part 1 PC. Wulong Fallen Dynasty coming straight to Game Pass. Bubble Boy, are you going to play this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And that it's this people that did Neo, and it's essentially Not essentially, because it's not, but it's
pretty
going to
rough.
feel a lot like Sekiro, and so I'm very excited about that one.
Fatal Frame, Mask of Lunar Eclipse. IB, Switch, Oni, Road to the Mightiest, Oni. Okay. Oh, here's a big release, you guys. March 9th, Skull and Bones. It's finally happening.
I'll believe it when I see it, man.
Yeah.
The Legend of Heroes.
On.
I guess I should be sticking to only Xbox releases. Bayonetta is coming out. Here we go. March 17th, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Will you both be getting that day one? A week before Resident Evil 4?
Probably not.
Okay. I know. I'm torn. I really liked Star Wars, and I almost feel like I should buy it because I remember, I didn't buy the first one. That was on I played that on Game Pass, and it blew me away.
Did you really?
I think I need to buy it. Maybe I won't play it just to support Respawn. Exactly.
Yeah.
Have a Nice Death on Switch, PC, March 22nd. Storyteller, March 23rd. And then here it is, you guys. March 24th, Resident Evil 4 remake. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness that's way out at the end of March, because I'm going to be obsessed with that. Cannot wait for that. Crime Boss, Rockhaze City, March 28th. Then April slows down a little bit. Grimoire, once more, April 4th. Hogwarts Legacy for the other platforms that aren't Series and PS5, April 4th. Still no Switch release on that. How are they going to make that work? Meet Your Maker, April 4th. I don't know what that is. Sounds like a cool name. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, April 14th. Horizon Forbidden West, The Burning Shores DLC. Chance, are you going to play Forbidden West? Any interest in that?
I've only seen it somewhat on sale. I'm gonna wait till it's like really on sale.
After Image, April 25th. Dead Island. Does anyone have any interest in Dead Island 2? Did you guys play the first
Yeah,
one?
maybe. I might play it.
Yeah,
April,
I did.
it's pretty far out there, end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
$60,
And I like
$70 though. One. All right. May, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, May 12th. Any of you guys have any interest in this?
Don't have a Switch?
Neither do I. Okay, I guess that answers that. Please report back to us on that. I will buy that for the next Switch whenever that comes out. And knowing Nintendo, they probably won't release it on the next Switch, or they'll make it some stupid, expensive upgrade. So, Suicide Squad, Bubble Boy was talking about this. Kill the Justice League, May 26th. Bubble Boy, will you be buying this day one?
I hope so. I'm going to probably wait. I don't know. I obviously I love Batman and all things Batman, and the Rocksteady team deserves my money. I just don't love the Suicide Squad. Like, those movies were okay. It's just not really my thing. I don't always love the bad guy stuff. I'd rather I'm never going to be upset with more Batman games. So
okay,
I don't know.
I got to interrupt here. Breaking news from XbacongamN. I remember Bubble Boy was talking about how he always would have to upgrade. I sent Bacon an article from Tom Warren saying 240 hertz OLED panels are coming. And I'm like, Bacon, time for an upgrade, because he already has like one of the best OLEDs. And he's like, can't imagine it'll be within a year, but then I will upgrade. Of course, he's already aboard the upgrade train. Yep. But this is the breaking news. We got this from Soft. Starts all of their games the same. Bloodborne is janky AF so far. Those are his impressions on Bloodborne so far. Not as good as Elden Ring. Just wanted to report that text.
Well, of course, it's not as good as Elden Ring. Does anybody think it's as good as Elden Ring?
Yeah, but I hear some people love it. I don't
think he thought it was better. I think wasn't it his favorite game of that generation.
I think it might be his favorite FromSoft game. But anyway, moving on back to the releases. So, guys, here's the good news. In April and May, we get a little bit of a slowdown, but
I'm picking up Suicide Squad day one though, baby. That's the first day of summer for me, basically.
Okay, but
time to play.
I do want to say at this point, we haven't heard Redfall, Forza, or Starfield release dates. We're thinking, I'm just looking at this, April and May, they've got to come out, right? Because you're only going up against Zelda and Suicide Squad in May. April, there's really nothing. Something has to come out in April. You don't want to be in jam-packed March.
Drop Redfall in April.
I'm thinking, man, if you can get one of these out, oh gosh, January's pretty packed. I don't know. Just keep that in mind, okay? But look at April, look at May, very little. And then June. Also, maybe June, this is I saw this going around. Maybe you do a shadow drop or a day of E3. Hey, we promised you Starfield within the next 6 months before our next E3. Starfield is out today, and they just drop it right there and surprise everyone. Be like, oh, they're not going to make it.
No, they got to do pre-orders. There's no way they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Really? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think they'll give it a short runway, but I don't think they're going to do it next day.
You think they could release Starfield in June?
Yeah.
1st of June. Okay. Street Fighter 6. Nah, I'm not a fighter guy. Diablo. See, that's the concerning thing. Diablo 4. This is a day one for me. This is where I have to pick it up, and I'm going to have to pay money. Diablo 4. And then
I think a March Starfield would be a good drop still. I still think that's a good choice.
Couldn't Diablo 4 be Game Pass?
Assuming
if
the deal
AKB
somehow
goes
through. Yes, potentially. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Final Fantasy 16. Chance, any interest in this?
Nope. Nope. Sorry. I wish. I want to, but nope.
June and July, not many Diablo is a big release. July, The Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie. I don't know what that is. Oh, there it is. Hogwarts Legacy is Switch is supposed to come out in July, many, many months after the release. All right. So that's what we know of. We're through July. Then these are games to be announced. And this is a huge list. Holy crap.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're not going to read everything there, are you?
Well, I'll read the major ones. Age of Empires 4. Okay. Alan Wake 2. Aliens Dark Descent. I don't even know what that is, Jose.
I'm in.
Is Armored Core the one?
Yeah,
Armored Core 6.
Yes.
Armored Core 6.
Rubicon?
Assassin's Creed Mirage. I'm guessing that's going to be a fall release. Atlas Fallen, Baldur's Gate 3.
Hold on.
PC.
You skipped Avatar Frontiers of Pandora? I don't understand.
You
said you were reading all the big games.
Call of Duty Warzone Mobile is coming out. Cocoon. I do remember that one was a cool one at the showcase. Let's go to Dead Cells. I know there's a lot of Dead Cells fans out there. Ooh, Disney Dreamlight Valley. Isn't this already out? I don't understand. Is this
but I think it's on. I think it's like an update.
Okay. And then
Dune Spice
EA
Wars.
Sports, PGA Tour, Dune Spice Wars, Earthlock 2. Chance, didn't you play the first Earthlock?
Yeah, it was really well done. If it comes to Game Pass day one, I'll play that one.
Exo Primal. I can't remember. Is that the dinosaur one, right?
Yeah, dinosaur.
Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. For some reason, not on Xbox. Why? I don't understand. Flintlock. Did you play Flintlock as well, Chance? Wasn't there a Flintlock game?
I
thought you might have.
Think so.
Forza Motorsport. When is this game coming out? Okay, let's stop right there. When do you think Forza comes out? We got to put it
November.
Nope.
As October.
No, guys, this has to be within the 12 months from last June.
It doesn't have to be. They
why
said
does it have
Starfield
to
was
be?
Coming out November.
Because that's what they said. They said all these games
Starfield
will come out.
was coming out November.
If I think
11th.
anything's going to get pushed, I think it's Starfield. I think Forza has to come out.
And Motorsport's not as popular as Horizon, and so I don't think it's as big of a deal.
To some people, I'm going to play. I love angry Forza racing. I like the circuit racing. I still have a special place in my heart for Forza. You're right. Horizon.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's not as big a deal. So I'm calling it now October. Jose says November.
All right. Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the definitive edition, I guess, is coming to iOS and Android. All right, we'll see how that runs. What's the next one here, Jose? I'm on Eyes. Okay, Layers of Fear. Marvel Snap is coming to PC. I did not know that. Have you guys played that?
Spider-Man 2.
You haven't. Spider-Man 2.
Marvel Spider-Man 2.
We know that's coming out in fall. They just recently said that, so that's going to be a fall game. Oh, the Minecraft Legends, the new Minecraft game. That'll be a big one. And then what else do we have here?
Payday 3, that'll be a big one.
Did you play Oxenfree, Chance? I hear a lot of people like that game. Payday 3. Another Pokemon game? Are you serious?
Potion Craft. Oh, that's only PlayStation, Chance. Sorry.
Redfall. When's Redfall coming out? It's got to be soon, right?
I could see that being
January. Do we think
that could be in October though for Halloween?
No, it's not. Guys,
June.
they would take such a big PR loss if that doesn't come
They
out.
already have that.
Jose, you're crazy. You're crazy. I think
I said it
Redfall's
could.
February.
I wasn't predicting.
I think
that could be a
Redfall's
February release. That'd be a quick one. Like it's ready to rock. They're going to do a big announcement in January with Aaron Greenberg and the team.
Yep.
And it could be a February drop like Elden Ring was last year. That could be Redfall February.
January. You guys I think they got to get something out in January if it's ready. Got to get this ball started. You had a horrible 2022. Get it started. That's what I'm saying. Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl. This was the one that had a recent one.
Had people were going
today. Yes, and
it looked
awesome.
Fantastic.
Can't wait to play this. Yes, Stalker.
So good.
Game Pass, Series X, PC. Yes, Stalker. Cannot wait to play that. Look at this. Sifu, Series X and S, Xbox One. I told you.
Baby.
It's coming. So
patience is paid off.
Slime Rancher 2, Star Trek Resurgence, Star Wars Hunters. What is that game?
It's a Switch iOS Android. It's like a mobile game.
Starfield. Is it going to come out before E3? Let's hear everybody's release date. Jose?
See, I think it'd be banger if it was like February 1 Redfall, mid-March.
Okay. Forza.
No. Starfield, and then like summer Forza. That's, I think, would be a super banger lineup for the first 6 months of 2023.
You don't think it'd be a good idea to have Starfield in the summer? People are all
No, I do, but I think people are excited for it. And so if you do Redfall and you give it a month for it to like marinate and everybody enjoy it, oh, that was so great, thanks. Right. And then you immediately drop Starfield in March, and then that's the lead up to like Summer Games Fest and all those and E3 and everything. And then you drop Forza in the summer and people have time to just grind it out into the system. I think it's a good system.
I'm calling August.
Okay. August for a chance. I don't think it. Okay. Let's just assume that they do all make it before August. Do you think there'll be an Xbox game in the fall? If it's not Starfield.
Yeah, they're going to see something for holiday season. Something.
You think they're going to have a big release in the fall? I don't know. I'm scared, you guys. I'm scared. I'm not going to lie. By the way, isn't Lies of P
Halo Battle Royale?
Ooh, good. That's a Bubble Boy. Actually, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Lies of P wasn't even on here.
Yeah, I went back to L. I didn't see it. That's Game Pass game. If that's not coming out in 2023, I thought it was. Maybe that should be on there. This game also looked super cool and also on Game Pass. The Last Case of Benedict Fox. This was even on, I think it was Kyle's list on the.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Super dope game.
Awesome. The Lords of the Fallen. The Pathless. Go ahead.
You know what else you skipped, or you didn't skip? It wasn't on here. Was Senua, Hellblade 2.
That's not.
They don't think that's going to be 2023.
Rumor, and I don't know, man. They've shown that for a long time. I would think that could be the fall game, but
that could be a surprise one for holiday. Yeah,
I mean, I'm afraid like if they could go the route of Redfall, Forza in like May or June, delay Starfield until 11/11 or August, like Chance says, and then maybe do Halo BR, and that would be like their fourth. And don't get me wrong, I think a Halo BR would be huge. I really do. I think that would be huge for multiplayer. People are still playing it and having a lot of fun, despite everyone liking trash on it. Forge is awesome. I've seen some of the cool stuff on there, so I don't know. Where was I? The Wolf Among Us 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, Jose, do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's an asymmetrical one, like Friday the 13th. Yeah, so that doesn't intrigue me as much, but it looks beautiful though. I mean, gory and scary, but beautiful graphics.
Oh, I didn't know about the Valiant Hearts coming. No, is this the one that we already played? I liked Valiant Hearts. Warhammer 40K, Space Marine 2, and then I think You Suck at Parking is coming to PlayStation. That's cool. I think that's pretty much it. But yeah,
WrestleQuest looked dope too. That was a good one too.
That's the one with all the
RPG.
The golden era guys.
Yeah. Where was Lies of P? I would have thought that would have been on here. So those are our games coming in 2023. A lot of banger slingers and potentially stuff we don't know about. Like where is Last of Us Factions for PlayStation? Where is anything else from PlayStation? We only know about Spider-Man and I guess Final Fantasy. So there's 2 games. I don't think the next Final Fantasy VII game would be coming out. But guys, what are you looking forward to in 2023? And anything else you want to talk about from these potential releases?
I just think it's a great year, man. I mean, I think knowing some dates will help, which I think we're going to get some clarity on in the next couple of weeks, or at least I'm hoping. Other than that, man, just enjoying the year. I think I personally had a great year of gaming this year, playing a lot of like big titles, even though I know Xbox didn't have a like banner year. Still got to play a lot of AAA titles, still got to play a lot of really dope indies, got to clear up a backlog a little bit. And I was telling my co-host here, my gamer score went up by like 30% this year, which, and again, not trying because I'm not an achievement guy, but that was, you know, a cool feeling as well. So I'm just excited to continue the trend, man, and enjoy the ride for sure. It's going to be a good year starting in January with Dead Space. I'm pumped.
But boy, any other closing thoughts on the year? Or are you good?
Just, and I've said it before that I would rather them take their time with Starfield than try and rush it, which they're obviously doing. So not that I don't care if it's February or August, I just want it to be ready.
Okay. Next closing question for this: are we going to get a January event? And if so, when in January?
Absolutely, we are.
Okay. What day? What's your prediction?
January 20th.
20th?
Ooh, thanks, buddy.
Jose's birthday.
That's I'm going to go
or earlier.
I think they're going to shoot for the week of the 9th, 2 weeks from now.
Oh,
like mid-month.
I want it early. Start feeding us Xbox.
Like 10th or 12th is what I'm going to shoot for. 10th or 12th.
2023. This is our year, Xbox. This is our year. It has to start now. Guys, let's close the show like we always do. Not with the best food we had this week, with our closer for the week. Top 3 Christmas gifts from 2022. Who would like to go first? Do you want me to go first, boys?
Why don't you go first, bud?
All right, here's my number 3 gift that I got from my wonderful wife and Santa. My new swimming gear. Can you guys see? Look at this.
It's blurry.
Is that a Speedo?
Are those Swedish fish?
We've got some pink sharks on this nice light blue. Sits above the knee swimming gear. I needed some new.
You want some man meat? I do. I want some man meat.
That's right, boys. You're gonna see it all in the swimsuit. Super
we shall have.
Excited to wear these out there when it gets to be beach season there. So shout out. There's my number 3 gift. Number 2, sent you guys pictures of this beast. The Lego Galactic Explorer. My God, you guys. I haven't built
that's huge.
Lego. That's what she said. And I couldn't even tell you, Chance. And I seriously went back to being a young lad. Like the nostalgia hit so
it's amazing,
hard
isn't it?
The page. Yeah, I was like the happiest kid for 6 hours building this thing. And I forgot.
They're so addicting.
Oh my gosh. Like I do not want to get. So for those of you like, this is like from like a 1980s set, you guys. And this was my childhood. This was born in the 80s, 84. I remember like my neighbor across the street, Andy Scott Ward, they had the coolest 80s Legos and I didn't have them. We just couldn't afford them at the time. And then when I did get them, they had already moved on to like more, I guess, contemporary sets at the time. This is so cool. So we got our 2 pilot. There's a 4-seater right here, right? In the back, you guys, we've got a med bay in here and there's a little robot in there helping him out in the med bay. This back part opens up.
Oh yeah,
we've got a
that's dope, bud.
in there, and the ramp slides. You fold this down, and the little rubber just went.
Yeah, the bigger sets have so many cool like.
And then there's this little
Easter eggs in
door. I don't remember Legos having like complicated sliding doors like this, and I was like, "This is insane." And then the landing gear down here, guys. I was so blown away at this, and it was so cool also to see Grayson just light up seeing me build this.
Yeah.
He was so excited. Like he's still, he can't quite grab the piece. Like he can build things on his own, but it's still tough for him to, to understand the directions and everything and build. But this was so cool. Brought me back to my childhood. Chance, I remember I made a comment to you before about how expensive Legos are. And I'm like, I just don't understand how they're so expensive. After building this, I totally can see why it's $75. Yep. The amount of the instructions are so well done. How they bag the pieces now and have everything so separate.
The numerical order and stuff. Yeah.
All the order, like, and the build quality. And I'm holding this thing solid. And like, I get it now. I understand.
Go get yourself a Mega Constructs and then you'll appreciate it even more.
I won't be buying $75 Lego sets.
Well, that'd be every Halo set there was if you got the $75 worth of Mega Constructs.
I got to give Lego credit. I get it to an extent. I didn't even show you the little rocket pods come off and they can like fly them out there. Like it's brought me back to my childhood. So that was my number 2 gift. But number 1, and you can see it right here, was the frame for my Mass Effect Legendary Edition poster that I got with. I think I bought this when I got the helmet. I don't think it came with it. I think this was a separate limited edition poster, but Allie got me a frame.
He's pulling it down, folks. Flipping it to the screen. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Mass
wow,
Effect
you got the
1,
Reaper.
2, and 3. I will do a video with this. This poster is amazing. Amazing.
It looks beautiful. The continuity in it is super
Those
dope,
are
but
my
that's awesome.
best gifts this year, you guys. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome.
I sent you the picture of this, right? It's
No, I don't
I
think
didn't
you
send you the
have.
picture.
No, you didn't send the
I
picture,
don't
bud.
think
Oh
so.
my gosh, I'm gonna send it right now, you guys. This poster is sick. I love it. And I do think it was like a limited thing that was happening along with the helmet when that re-released. So I'll send you the picture. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next, man. Real quick note on the Lego thing. So Penelope is 8. She just turned 8 on the 23rd and has really gotten into Legos in the last couple of years. And she's been able to do like small sets, and I can help her with some of the big ones. But this year for Christmas, dude, and her birthday, she probably walked away with like 10 different sets that she got from like different people for birthday and Christmas and stuff. Like a big Disney princess castle. She got an Eevee Mega Constructs, and you are absolutely right. Like putting that together was not as fun. For sure, because it just wasn't
The instructions are terrible. The pieces don't click the same.
They don't. They really don't. And it's crazy because looking at them side by side, they don't look that different, but it is like that. But anyway, she also got a Venom head because she's really into Venom. She got a Spider-Man Lego, and I would just say, like, as parents, as you said, Grayson was really into it. I know Cora's super into Lego. Chance, like, that is a super cool thing to cultivate because it's really good. It's good for their hands. It's good for them following directions. It's good for
their
them
brains.
Like it's really, really great. And you're right, they are ungodly expensive. Like literally, I read an article last week where there's a whole thing where people are investing with Legos because it's actually making more money buying sets and letting them sit for like 10 years and then reselling them than like the stock market sometimes, which is bananas. Anyway, my gifts though. So as most of us know, like we're grown men, we have good paying jobs. Like most of the time when we want stuff, we buy it ahead of time. So Christmas is kind of a time for like, what are frivolities that you don't really need but would like? So my first one is the reason why I was late to recording tonight. We were playing this bad boy with my parents, a new board game. I'm a big board game guy, as you can tell behind me. It's called Power Grid. It's like a very old game, like a 90s game, but a remade version about like a power grid in the United States. Super dope. If you're into board games, check it out, Power Grid. Number 2, from my parents, they asked me specifically, what do you want? And you're not going to believe it. It is a T-Rex skull.
All right.
I don't know if you can see that very well in the picture, in the video, but it's actually 3D printed. If you get up real close, you can see the layers, but I wanted it for my bar as a decoration. Like I did a transformation this year of my bar where it's like haunted house themed, like haunted mansion. And so I was like, I would really love a dinosaur skull. So my mom and I found this really cool place online where they printed it, got it sent to me. It's not very heavy. It probably only weighs about 5 or 6 pounds, but super cool, man. So to have that in the bar.
Cool.
How many teeth does it have? Did you count the teeth?
A lot more than I do, bud.
Offer.
Another time. That's number 2. And then my number 3 was a last minute pickup because I was just like, Victoria was like, I need one more thing for you, but what do you want? I was like, I don't need anything. And then we were getting ready for a trip to Nashville, which for the record did get canceled because of that huge snowstorm and all the delays and stuff. We just rebooked it in February. It's going to be fine. But I picked up the Razer Kishi V2, right? Which is like it's like the backbone that Chance has, but it's the other version. It's the 2nd gen one. I've only played with it a tiny bit doing actually Power Wash Simulator, same thing, but I really dig it, man. I was going to play it a lot on the trip, and since we didn't go, I didn't have the chance, but I'm excited to do a little review about this and talk about my experience. But so far, really, really great, man. I'm loving it. I'm excited to play some more Game Pass games online with it, man. But otherwise, great Christmas, man. Just great to be around the kids and home. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're going to getting to play a lot of games and stuff like that, but that's what I got. Chance, finish us off, man.
Yeah, probably the best gift that I got. It wasn't even a gift. It was, we play this game called Blitzen's Booty in our family where everybody you get 3 to 5 presents that are generally like, not necessarily gag gifts, but something that anybody could like. And I have never seen Cora so excited and just cheesing as she did. She wrapped up for one of the gifts a picture from Foothills Elementary, Jose, of me of all the aides at Foothills when I was Hunter's para.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And she found that in my mom in Ashley's car and wrapped it up, and Court got it. I can't even explain it. I wish it's clearly a you had to have been there story, but Cora was just like,
Gotcha.
like, yeah, sucker. And then the best part was that was all he ended up getting, because it's kind of like a mix between White Elephant and a few other things, and you end up passing gifts around, and you usually get like 5 or 6 things to go home with. That's all he got, was a picture of me and my mom and like, what was her name, Miss Arpin.
Joan Arpin, love that lady.
Yeah. So God, I wish I could have captured that in a video or a picture, because it was, that memory will forever be burned in my brain as like just the greatest gift she could have given me. So but past that, my parents got Ashley and I a gift card to Eddie Merlot's. Daniel, have you been there? I know you're a big steakhouse guy, so it's a steakhouse over in Lone Tree, and it comes with
Eddie McCaffrey's
Eddie Merlot's. And the best part, it comes with free babysitting. So that was not at the restaurant, obviously. Gaming and Gams are going to be watching the girls. So I was like, oh man, this could have just as well been McDonald's, and I would have been excited. So, but obviously it'll be exciting to try a new restaurant. Number 2, this that you can see right here, all the evolution of the video game console. So starting with the Magnavox Odyssey back in 72, all the way up to the Series X and the PlayStation 5, as well as their
controllers,
counterpart controllers. Yeah,
that's dope, bud. Those are cool, man.
Yeah, and those. I got a third gift. It was funny. I got that Good in Gaming shirt from the Seasoned Gaming podcast, and something happened with the shipping, and I got it like the day after Ains was on the show, but it just got here like a week ago, and so I was like, just wrap that up, Ashley. That's fine. We can call it Christmas present.
Got it. Very nice, guys. Hope everyone out there had a good Christmas and holiday break and treated yourselves to some good games. As we close, this might be the last episode of Xbox Record This. We've got big.
Did you win the lottery, Daniel?
No, I wish. Planned in 2023. So just keep an eye out. Things might look a little different around here. But I just wanted to warn everyone. Big changes coming ahead in 2023 for XRT Xbox. And this marks the end, you guys. This is the end of season 2 of XRT. We are starting fresh in January, season 3 of the podcast. Stay tuned. Guys, let's close the show as we always do with the best food we had this week. I'll go very quickly. You know, I hit up that Burrito Express. I already sent you the pictures. My gosh.
Yeah, it sounds awesome right now.
Good every time. Even though they messed up, I said all red hot sauce. They gave me the stupid verde. I don't want that. Just give me the red. Okay. Chance, I like the Colorado burrito, but I think I'm going to go back to my standard 2 breakfast. It's just too damn good. It's just too good, especially when you eliminate the potatoes. Oh my gosh. It's just cheesy egg bacon goodness. And with the hot sauce, I like the Colorado burrito, I think, more actually the next day after I had it in the fridge for a little bit. It was spectacular. It was very, very good. So that was the best food I had this week. Bubble Boy, what about you?
Yeah, we went to El Cerritos, which is a little girl in Ashley's class a couple of years ago. Her name's Carmen. Her family owns a Mexican restaurant in Franktown. And they always hook us up and bring stuff that isn't even necessarily on the menu. And they always bring out the most delicious sopapillas. And I know sopapillas aren't necessarily like hard, and I'm sure they all taste the same, but there's something about them because we never ask for them and we always get them, and that's what just makes it that much better. But so huge shout out to Carmen and her family, and always treating us right at El Cerritos in Franktown.
Huge shout out to Sopapillas as well. Speaking of Sopapillas, isn't Casa Bonita the new launch 2023? You guys going to be there? Isn't it March?
Wait, that place is real?
Jose, what was the best food you had this week?
I thought it was summer. I thought it was like June for the thing, but yes, I would love to go back. Anyway,
right.
So nothing super crazy. I mean, obviously, since the last time we recorded, it was like Christmas and like lots of like good home cooking and food and that kind of stuff. But when we we're supposed to be going to Nashville, right? So we got to the airport at like 8:30, and we didn't get that notification that it was canceled till like 3:30 after we thought we were going home mess. Anyway, while we were there, we ate Smashburger in the airport, which was delicious. I had not had Smashburger in a long time, but it was good.
Smashburger.
I like that it's messy a little bit, but like not crazy. And it was very, very good. So shout out to Smashburger. And then once our flight got canceled and we were all pretty sad coming home and stuff like that, we actually stopped at Chipotle. And not that it like fixed everything, because it didn't. But man, dude, that like, it was a good burrito, like well made, not messy. Like it was definitely comforting. And then the last thing I will say, I told Dan last night when we were playing.
Which Chipotle did you go to?
Oh, our anniversary one, Bud on Wads.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Last night we went to Olive Garden. And to be fair, it was not what I chose. It was because it was my mom's birthday. And so we thought we were going to be in Nashville. And so it was kind of this like, hey, it's your birthday and you were here. What do you want to do? She's like, let's go to dinner because I'm going up the hill. And so she chose.
She picked the winner right there. She knows what she wants. That's good
and
stuff.
Because she's my mom and I love her. And I know she's going to listen to this. And I was like, okay, we can go to Olive Garden. I know everyone loves the freaking soup and salad and the breadsticks, which I do love the breadsticks too. And the salad is really good. But I actually got the chicken parm and it was delightful. So I'm not recanting what I said. It's still not my favorite restaurant, but I admit that it is I'm changing. Like it's turning me slowly. But what kills me is they need to bring back the pizzas. They have plenty of space in that freaking. They had good pizzas at one time. They really did, and I loved Olive Garden at that time. And then they got rid of them because they were too hard to make, which is caca.
You didn't mess around with the soup, right? You went salad to dip
absolutely,
the
absolutely.
In, right?
Dan does the Zuppa Toscana.
Zuppa Toscana. Are you insane, Chance?
He's a psycho over here. Salad is the only way to go.
You can get both. Why wouldn't you just get both? You guys have you had the Zuppa Toscana, Chance? When was the last time you had it? When was the last time you had it?
Never had it.
Oh my gosh, dude, you would love it. By the way, I took a picture of this when I was getting gift cards for Christmas, and I can't find it, of course. I wanted to send this to you guys. It's a gift card for the Dardine, I believe, restaurants. They're the company that owns like Yard House, Olive Garden, Red Lobster. Yeah. Guess which has the biggest full half of the gift card?
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. And then above it is Red Lobster, and then there's something else beneath it. Yard House is a small one at the bottom. I just want to point that out. We all love Yard House, and we all love to trash Olive Garden, but what is front and center on that gift card with the biggest space?
Amateur hour.
Whatever. This has been Xbox Record This, episode 87, the last episode of XRT. Jose, the last episode. My name is Daddy DWALLY. You can follow me at Daddy DWALLY across all social media. You can follow the show at Xbox Record This. Please write on our YouTube page. Send us your questions, your comments, your concerns, just like X-Burk did on YouTube, Xbacon. You can write to us at xboxrecordthis@gmail.com. Chipotle Bear, where can people find you?
Real quick before I say that, a quick shout out to Clear the Square. I know we didn't get any write-ins for her, but she finally beat Elden Ring. She let us know.
Yeah, dang it. I forgot I wanted to tell her.
So I want to give a shout out to Claire. And
I wrote on her Instagram. She didn't like it.
By herself?
Fired.
Or did she?
Didn't like my response. Banned.
Amateur hour.
So I promise we're still going to get in here at some point, but I want to give a huge shout out to Claire. I know that was literally months and months in the making, but you can always find me on Instagram at Chipotle Bear or on Twitter, Chipotle_Bear. Looking forward to interacting with folks in the new year.
Yeah, shout out Claire. I'm so sorry. I should have wrote that at the beginning of the show. Dang it. Bubble Boy, where can people find you?
Hopefully the Lego store. I'm a big fan of counting my chickens before they hatch, and I plan on winning my Dynasty Fantasy League this upcoming week.
Wow.
So I'll be blowing all that money probably at the Lego store.
As always, Lego lovers, see you online.
See you online.
See you online.
See you online.
What are we doing? What in God's name are we doing? What kind of lives are these? We're like children. We're not men.
No, we're not. We're not men.
We're pathetic. You know that?
Yeah, like I don't know that I'm pathetic.
Dude, I love that episode. We're not men. What are we doing?
I got way too carried away with the Seinfeld drops.
Xbox Record This is a podcast created by Daniel Walensik. You can follow him at Daddy DWALLY on all social media. The assistant to the co-host is Jose Martinez, and you can follow him at Chipotle_bear on Twitter. The assistant to the co-host is Chance Siegel, and you can follow him at BubbleBoyN7. You can follow the show at Xbox Record This on all social media. If you'd like to find out more about the show, visit xboxrecordthis.com.